Mike, I need your help. My friend asked me yesterday, "What will you do tomorrow?" And I said, "I would go shopping." Was that wrong?
Oh, yes, that's a very common mistake. You should say, I will go shopping.
But why? They sound so similar.
I know, right? But here's the thing. If you mix up will and would, you can completely change what you're trying to say. And trust me, this confuses a lot of English learners.
So today we're going to explain the difference in the simplest way possible. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to use will and when to use would.
And you'll never make this mistake again. Let's dive in.
Okay, Mike, let's start with will, because I think it's easier. When do we use it?
Great question. Will is all about the future. It's for things that are going to happen or things you're going to do. Simple, right?
Mm-hmm. So if I want to talk about my plans for tomorrow, I say I will?
Exactly. For example, I will go to the gym tomorrow, or I will call you later. These are real plans or promises about the future.
What about predictions, like it will rain tomorrow?
Perfect example. Yes, we use will for predictions too. Let me give you some more examples. The meeting will start at 3 p.m. She will love this gift. We will finish the project next week.
I see. So will is always about something that's going to happen in the future.
Right. But here's something important. We also use will when we decide something at the moment of speaking.
What do you mean?
Okay, imagine someone asks you, "Can you help me move this table?" And you decide right then to help them. You say, "Sure, I'll help you." You didn't plan it before, you just decided.
Oh, so will is also for quick decisions?
Exactly. Here's another one. Imagine you're at a restaurant looking at the menu, and suddenly you decide what to eat. You say, "I'll have the pasta, please."
That makes sense. I do that all the time.
And there's one more use of will that's really common: offers and promises.
Like what?
Well, if your friend looks tired carrying heavy bags, you might say, "I'll carry those for you." That's an offer. Or if someone is worried about something, you say, "Don't worry, I'll be there." That's a promise.
So to summarize, we use will for future actions, predictions, quick decisions, offers, and promises.
Yes, and remember, will is about things that are real or going to happen. Keep that in mind because would is very different.
Okay, I think I understand will now. But before we move to would, let's practice a little.
All right, everyone, it's time for a quick practice. We're going to give you 3 situations, and you need to make a sentence using will.
And here's what we want you to do. Pause the video right now, think about your answers, and write them in the comments. We love reading your comments, and this will help you practice.
Ready? Here's situation number 1. Your friend asks you, "Can you come to my party on Saturday?" You want to go. What do you say?
Think about it. Write your answer in the comments.
Situation number 2, you're looking outside and you see dark clouds in the sky. What's your prediction about the weather?
Remember to use will in your sentence. Write it down in the comments.
And situation number 3, you're at a coffee shop and the barista asks you, "What would you like to order?" What do you say?
Okay, pause the video now and write all 3 answers in the comments.
Did you write your answers? If you did, give yourself a pat on the back. And if you didn't, no problem. You can still comment later.
Now let's move on to would. And this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, Sophia, now let's talk about would. This one is a bit more tricky.
I always get confused with would. It seems like there are so many different uses.
I know. But don't worry, we'll make it super simple. Let's start with the most common use, imaginary situations.
Imaginary? You mean like not real?
Exactly. When you're talking about something that's not real or something that's just in your imagination, you use would.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. If I had $1 million, I would buy a big house. Do I have $1 million?
No, you don't.
Right, so it's imaginary, it's not real. That's why I use would. Here's another one. If I were you, I would study more for the test.
Oh, so when we have if and we're talking about something that's not real or not true, we use would.
Yes, this is called the second conditional in grammar, but you don't need to remember that name. Just remember, not real equals would.
What about requests? I hear people say would when they ask for something.
Great observation. Yes, would makes requests more polite. For example, would you help me with this is more polite than will you help me with this.
So would is more formal and polite.
Exactly. Compare these to will you pass me the salt versus would you pass me the salt. They both mean the same thing, but would sounds more polite.
I see. What else can we use would for?
Past habits. This is really interesting. We use would to talk about things we used to do in the past regularly. For example, when I was a child, I would play in the park every day.
Wait, isn't that the same as used to?
Good question. Yes, it's very similar to used to, but there's a small difference. We use would mainly for repeated actions, not for states. Let me explain.
Please do.
Okay, you can say, when I was young, I would visit my grandmother every weekend. That's a repeated action, so would is perfect. But you can't say, when I was young, I would have long hair. That's a state, not an action. So you should use used to instead.
Oh, so would is for repeated actions in the past, and used to is for both actions and states.
Exactly, you got it. Now, there's one more really common use of would, future in the past.
Future in the past? That sounds confusing.
It does sound weird, doesn't it? But it's actually simple. Imagine you're telling a story about yesterday. You say, I thought the movie would be boring, but it was actually great. When you said would be boring, you were in the past talking about something that was in the future at that time. So it's like the future, but from the past perspective.
Oh, so would can be like the past form of will.
In a way, yes. Another example. She told me she would call me later. At the time she told you, calling you was in the future, but now it's all in the past.
That actually makes sense. Okay, so let me see if I understand. Would is used for imaginary situations, polite requests, past habits, and future in the past.
Perfect. You got it. And remember, would is often about things that are not real, not certain, or imaginary.
Okay, Mike, I think I understand both will and would separately, but how do I know which one to choose?
Great question. Let's compare them directly. The key difference is this. Will is about real future, and would is about imaginary or uncertain situations.
Can you show me with examples?
Of course. Let's use the same situation but with both words. First, I will go to Paris next year. This means you have real plans to go to Paris. Maybe you already bought the ticket.
Okay, so it's something that's really going to happen.
Yes. Now listen to this. I would go to Paris if I had enough money. Do you have enough money?
No, so it's not going to happen right now. It's just wishful thinking?
Exactly. It's imaginary. You're dreaming about it, but it's not real. Here's another comparison. She will help you means she's definitely going to help. But she would help you if you asked her means she's not helping right now, it's just a possibility.
So will is more certain, and would is less certain or imaginary.
Perfect. You understand it. Let me give you a few more quick examples so it's really clear.
Yes, please.
I will call you tomorrow. Real plan. I would call you, but my phone is broken. Can't happen. Imaginary or blocked situation.
Got it.
I will rain later. Prediction about the real future. I would rain if those clouds came here. Imaginary or conditional situation.
This is making so much sense now.
And here's a trick to help you remember. If you have the word if in your sentence, you probably need would, not will.
Oh, that's a helpful tip. So sentences with if usually use would.
Most of the time, yes, especially when you're talking about imaginary situations. For example, if I won the lottery, I would travel the world.
What about mistakes? What are some common mistakes people make?
Oh, there are so many. The most common one is using would when they should use will, like at the beginning of our video. What will you do tomorrow? I would go shopping. That's wrong.
Because it's a real plan for tomorrow, not imaginary.
Exactly. It should be, I will go shopping. Another common mistake is saying, I would like to go there tomorrow. That sounds like you're being polite, but actually you should say, I would love to go there tomorrow, or simply, I want to go there tomorrow.
Why is I would like to go there tomorrow wrong?
Because would like is usually used for current wishes or polite requests, like, I would like some coffee, please. For future plans, use will or want to.
Wow, English is so specific.
It is, but once you understand the difference between real and imaginary, it becomes much easier.
So one more time, will equals real future and would equals imaginary or conditional.
Yes, and would is also for polite requests and past habits, but the main difference is real versus imaginary.
All right, everyone. Before we finish today's episode, we have a question of the day for you.
This is really important because it helps you practice and remember what you learned today. Are you ready?
Here's the question. Think about something you would do if you had more free time. Write a complete sentence using would in the comments.
For example, you could say, if I had more free time, I would learn to play the guitar. Or, I would read more books if I had more free time.
We love reading your comments, and we read all of them, so please share your sentence and let's practice together.
And if you see someone else's comment, try to reply to them in English. It's a great way to practice.
Wow, Mike, I feel so much more confident about using will and would now.
That's great. And for everyone watching, remember, practice makes perfect. The more you use these words, the more natural they'll become.
Absolutely. And speaking of practice, we post new videos every single day to help you become more fluent in English.
That's right. We have 2 amazing playlists you should check out. First, our grammar practice playlist, where we explain grammar topics just like we did today in a simple and easy way.
And second, our conversation practice playlist, where Mike and I have real, natural conversations about daily life so you can hear how native speakers really talk.
If you watch our videos every day, even just 15 or 20 minutes, your English will improve so much. Trust me, consistency is the key.
So here's what we want you to do right now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video.
And if this video helped you understand will and would better, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and helps other English learners find us too.
Don't forget to answer our question of the day in the comments. We'll be reading them, and we might even reply to your comment.
And if you want to learn more grammar topics, check out our grammar practice playlist. It's linked in the description below.
Tomorrow, we'll be back with another video, so make sure you come back. Learning English should be a daily habit.
That's right. See you tomorrow, everyone.
Bye. Keep practicing.